Today on Fishing Australia, it's tuna with a twist on one of the great fishing adventures of Australia.
Well, there he is. Now, wasn't that ridiculous? Don't you reckon?
We're here in my hometown of Caloundra on the beautiful Sunshine Coast. It truly is a water sports paradise, and for a mad keen fisherman like me, it's absolute heaven. Now, I've tried just about every type of fishing there is, but there's something new to me that I need to try: fly fishing in the ocean for tuna. Luckily for me, the Sunshine Coast is also home to an absolute fly fishing guru, Gavin Platts from Tie and Fly Outfitters. He's that good that he's featured as one of the great fishing adventures of Australia on Tourism Australia's website. So he's definitely the man to teach me a few new tricks.
Gav, you've turned on the weather, and that's a good thing, right?
Not wrong there. Yeah, it looks blooming nice out here.
Beautiful, calm day. How does that help you?
Well, I think the secret to today, or any tuna fishing, is having the ability to be able to travel miles. So we'll head down to Caloundra today and see what we find down there.
First things first, I guess we're just about to go through the bar here, so we better log in, I guess, and then we're away.
Mooloolaba Coast Guard, Mooloolaba Coast Guard. This is MBA 506.
Only a kilometre or so from shore, and we've spotted a couple of little bust-ups already. So we've decided to start the day with a little friendly competition, with Guru Gav on the fly and me throwing a few lures to see who can hook up first. The challenge is on.
Got him this time. Got him. Surely. Oh no! He's joking. Oh. Got him? Yeah. Go, Gav! That's sensational. This is what it's all about. I'm throwing the lure at these guys, had a few touches and whacks and had a couple on, but no luck so far. We've been able to get close enough, Gav, to have a shot on your day off, mate. You don't always get the cast.
No.
And look at this, I mean, glass-off conditions. You've got the glass house mountains there.
What is it though that the fly got eaten and the slug did? To all you fly fishermen out there, this is worth 4 points.
Oh,
He's running at us.
You still got him?
I hope so.
Oh, it had to get eaten. He's done ya.
Yeah. Best laid plans gone wayward.
See, the minute you count,
I had my 4 points. I had my 4 points.
No, you can't count them until it's in the boat. That's where you go wrong. If you count them, you jinx yourself.
Fishing, not catching.
Good thing is there's plenty.
We're getting a lesson this morning, aren't we?
We are getting a lesson. Let's get up there and have a crack at those ones.
The birds led us to the next spot, and as it turns out, the lure did the trick.
Oh, I reckon that's a better one.
Yep. Maybe he just knows he's hooked.
It's more like a long tail.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, there's so many different fish out here, but at the moment we're mainly seeing mac tuna, northern blue or long tail, but there's Spanish mackerel out here, spotty mackerel, cobia. Oh, you name it, so many different types of fish. Look at it, look at it. Tell me about the different types of birds, some of the groups anyway that we look for.
Well, there's 3 obvious but different birds that are here. Got these little white terns that are flying around, and they can stick their beak under, which is the ones that look there, just like that. And there's another brown bird, I think we saw one before, and you'll see him flying really low. And he's actually scenting the bait from the bait being eaten.
It can smell it.
Yeah, smell it. And you've got another one which is a bigger tern, and he really can't go near the water, so he hangs around all these birds here. When he knows they've fed, he'll chase them around so they can vomit up what they've caught, and then he'll catch that, and that's his food. Yeah, but I suppose unless you're a bird, you wouldn't really know what they're doing, but that's what it appears to us humans. That they're out here eating.
It's very common for you while you've got, say, Dad or someone who's getting into fly fishing, chasing the school. It's very common for the kids to want to throw a lure because it's easier.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And Dad's fly fishing.
Yeah.
So then the dad and I hammer the young kid about being a fly fisherman.
Yeah.
Mac tuna.
Big mac
That's
tuna.
a good mac tuna. Hang on, get the net. That's a solid Mac tuna.
An amazing fish.
We're lucky to have him.
Yeah, very, very lucky to have him. Look, I'll just hold him there. That's the lure we're using there. That's a Bass Day bungee cast, which is a 30-gram lipless minnow. You know what? I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to try your recipe.
You get a really nice steak off here.
Yep.
And off this back section.
Well, that's one for dinner, so the lucky ones we catch from now on will be going back. After the break, I take the fly tuna challenge.
Not a bad cast.
I'm off the coast of Caloundra in the beautiful Sunshine Coast with saltwater fly fishing legend Gavin Platts. He's forgotten more about fly fishing than most people ever learn, so he's definitely the man to have as my guide for my first attempt at catching tuna on fly. Okay, it's time for the main event. This is what Gavin does. Takes you out in the ocean fly fishing for pelagic. So for a start, what sort of outfit are we looking at here, mate?
Yeah, just a general all-round saltwater outfit. It's a 9-weight. We carry 300 metres of backing, 50-pound backing. This has got a fast-sinking line on it, so we can cast it a lot further. We're going to use a anywhere between 7 and 8 foot leader.
Yeah, nice, all right.
And a simple small fly.
How far do you need to be able to cast to have a decent crack at these tuna?
Under pressure, 70 feet.
70 feet.
Yeah, because that means I can get you within 50 foot of the target, and you can overshoot the target by 20 feet.
Put the fly over the top of the fish and bring it through them.
Yeah, we have a bit of a saying: if you can cast 100 feet in the park, it's worth 50 foot with the fish in front of you.
Let's get into it. Come on, tuna, come at me. Yeah. And everything else, cobia, mackerel, let's go.
I'll admit that I'm a little rusty on the fly casting, but with the right gear, perfect conditions, and Gav's expert knowledge putting me in just the right spot, it wasn't long until I hooked up on my first tuna on fly.
Got him, 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 got him. He's smoking.
Hang on, you might got a bit left. Get some more. We need to follow it.
We do need to follow it, Jesus. He slowed up a little bit.
Crank the drag up to full.
Palm it a little bit.
It is on full.
I don't know how much pressure to put on him on 12.
Much as you want to.
I don't know how much it's going to take.
Much as you want to. You won't break 12 pounds through that rod.
That tuna just smoked off like 100 metres so quick. This is really, like, it's great fun catching them on any technique, bait or lure, but fly, well, once you've tried it, you can see where the attraction is. It's certainly the pinnacle of the sport. Got the fly line back, which means that we're getting close to sort of 20, 30 metres from the fish. Interestingly enough, this is a 7-weight. Gavin's gone down in the fly size because the bait that the tuna have been feeding on is quite small. So really just I mean, this is a 7-weight I often use for trout. Does it get any better? All right, Gav, you got to get the net on him, mate. You got him? Yep. All right. A beautiful big Sunny Coast Mac tuna, easily distinguished by that pattern on their back. He scoffed down one of Gavin's hand-tied flies. There, right there. All right, and we've got to get him back quick, right?
Yep, get him back quick.
And tell us a little bit about this fly, Gavin. I mean, look at the size of it.
Yeah. But it's a clouds of deep minnow, right?
And some days when they're feeding on small stuff, you can't imitate that with a lure and you can't get the distance. No. Hence why we fly fish, because you can cast a small, light, delicate presentation like that a long way. That was a buzz. That was a buzz.
That one will count.
Well, with my official catch tally reset back to 1, it was time to step up my game. And with schools of tuna feeding on bait all around us, casting accuracy is the name of the game. And with Gav's guidance, we stand a good chance.
Straight at him, look at him. That's it. Nice big one, nice loop too.
Casting flies is a tricky business, especially in the heat of the moment during the bust-up of the day. A good cast can often be followed by a dodgy one. Luckily for me, Gav's on hand to make up for my sins, so even the dodgy casts count.
Yeah, right, I'm right amongst it.
Yeah,
you ready?
More haste and less speed is very... Go on, just make the cast. I'll have this out by... Yeah, it's out.
I got him, I got him, I got him. Are you undone?
Yeah, it's out.
That was a close call. Woo-hoo. That was a close call. Here we go now. So, oh no, where's he going? Yeah. We're really lucky that we have Gavin Platts on the coast here. He's part of the Great Fishing Adventure of Australia program. You know, there's only a dozen of them around Australia, and it's one of those top shelf experiences where he's got everything. He's got all the gear, knows about all the conditions, and most importantly, he's got that experience, like 50 years of fishing the coast here. So he's going to find your fish. He's going to get you onto them. Oh no!
You're joking. We're
Well,
mucking around,
as
we've
Gav
got the
likes to
hook ball.
remind me, it's
No.
called fishing, not catching.
Wrong, had pressure.
No.
After the break, it's time to redeem myself. It's a new day. We're on the water bright and early for another day of fishing with Gavin Platts of Time Fly Outfitters, targeting tuna on fly. We've had some great fishing already, but today looks to be shaping up to be something special.
I notice you're wearing tonics, mate.
Of course, they're the best sunnies on the market.
Yourself?
And, yeah, we only stock top of the range.
Yeah.
And they are the best sunnies that we've ever come across. you
Yeah,
know.
Dougie.
I've been using them for 8 years, I think.
Since they've been out. I've got a tip for everybody out there. On a normal pair of sunnies, if you wipe with tissue and wipe the salt in, you're going to scratch them, but Tonic wedge their polarising and UV filters between two very hard pieces of glass. So you clean it with tissue and they come out absolutely gin clear every time. It's the best little thing I've learned. And look, today we're seeing bust-ups, which are easy to see. You want to protect your eyes from glare, but every now and then the tuna are coming up in the waves, right?
Yeah.
So you do need a good pair of sunnies because sometimes we're leading those fish as they swim through the waves. So every little bit helps, mate, eh?
Yeah, most definitely.
Now that we can see what we're looking for in the early morning glare, as we head south towards Caloundra, the birds drew us in again to a school of feeding tuna.
Here we go. We might just get a real long shot here. Yep. Aim at something though. It's not a bad cast. He's on it.
Yep. Listen to that. That's my sort of alarm clock. Oh boy, does it get any better? Right, come on. Coming towards me. Yeah, thank you. Woo. One of Gavin's pet reels. It's a Billy Tate tarpon reel. Collector's item. Good. I'm not even going to ask how much it's worth. I got a rod that he set me up in the fly shop, a 9-weight, and we've done some refresher courses with him, casting and stuff, just to get used to the boat moving forward. You know, every type of fly fishing you do is different. So I'm hooked up, and fingers crossed we get a look at this significant fish. I got the fly line back. That means he's only 30 metres out. He had a couple hundred metres of line out. Oh boy, I'm sweating. Yeah, he's still got plenty of going and he's diving deep now. Really, it's very hard to predict what this might be. It's just so many different fish here. Everything comes past the sunny coast. Everything's silver and big. Migrates past here and often hangs around for a long time because we have such good bait fish coming out of Moreton Bay and such good water quality. Oh, wait, like that.
Maybe that thing doesn't know it's hooked yet.
Oh, don't say that.
There's fish around us. He's just swimming with his mates.
All right, what do we got there? Oh, thank you, Gavin. Beautiful Mac tuna. What a fight he put on, hey?
Not wrong.
Full of protein at the moment with all the bait fish about. So
Just reach over here and take that
yeah,
out.
all right. All right, Gav, you got a special way to release them, which
Well,
helps?
no, you don't need to throw them. You just drop it, right?
Yeah.
He's steady.
All right. Woo, I was tempted to keep that guy. Seriously, the one we took home yesterday, it was great, Tucker.
Yeah.
It was all about looking after it, right?
Exactly.
Importantly, very thin slivers of flesh, a bit of Japanese mayo,
Yeah.
and some wasabi or soy, whatever your preference is. And like my family, we had visitors over last night. They loved it. It's as good as yellowfin, bluefin.
Yeah.
It's all about looking after it.
Yeah, most definitely.
And there's thousands of them here on the coast.
After the break, our epic saltwater fly fishing adventure steps up a gear.
It's magic.
We're back on board with the master, Gavin Platts from Time Fly Outfitters, off Caloundra on the beautiful Sunshine Coast. And like all fishing, there's certainly a trick to getting yourself in the best position when you're saltwater fly fishing, to give yourself a fighting chance of hooking up on a nice tuna.
Gav, I know for myself that there's a wrong way to approach a tuna school, because if people come upwind and into the waves, it's not only the noisiest way to travel, but you split the bait, you split the school, and it spoils it for yourself and other people who have been waiting. What's the right way to approach them?
Well, the right way is to be patient, slow down, and approach the school really slowly. Because they know you're there. And if you don't change your engine noise, like if we put our throttle down, that scares the pants off them. If we come back into neutral really quick off the plane, that spooks them. You're better off to just do it all slow, so you can't even hear it.
And generally come in from upwind, right?
Yeah.
It makes a massive difference. That way everyone gets a shot out without spooking them. They do go down. Oh, there's a big patch over there.
Yeah. You watch. Let's go up against it, real slow, right? You watch. Yeah, let's do it. Push it out there. Go long, as far as you can. That's him with a shot. Did he eat it?
Yep, he did that time. That's the sort of whining you want to hear. I've fly fished all over the world and all around Australia, and I've got to say this is absolutely right up there on every level. The fishing, the gear, the tuition, just the whole experience is, it's magic. I want to put a lot more pressure on this guy. Got the drag up, I've got a 9-weight rod. This is a primal that Gavin set me up with, but he's got all the top brands in the shop. And it might look like I'm bending this rod too much, but you've got to use the butt of the rod because it's 9 foot. They look like they're putting a lot of pressure when they're bent, but you've really got to bend them and get the power into the butt to fight a fish.
That's a nice one too.
I'll grab him. Can you get the fly out?
Got to do it real quickly.
Gonna do this quick.
Don't throw him, just drop him in. Yeah.
All right, just tell us a little bit about this fly, mate.
Well, it's a clouds that eat minnow. And if there's one fly you need in saltwater anywhere in the world, it's this little puppy.
Yeah, rides hook up, represents so many different things. Got the weighted eyes on it, so it gets that nice little action. What do you tied that on, mate?
That's a Gamakatsu SL12S hook. It's the only hook to use in saltwater.
Because the tuna are feeding so close to shore, there's fishermen in all kinds of craft off the sunny coast. But Gav's boat is perfectly suited to saltwater fly fishing, and he knows just where to put it to give me the best chance of placing my cast in front of a hungry, fast-moving tuna.
No, sorry, that was my fault. There he is. Now, wasn't that ridiculous? Don't you reckon? But isn't that weird though?
Music to my ears. Gav pointed out something real interesting there. The last couple of bust-ups we've had no birds on them, but the birds were nearby. As soon as we found a patch of birds on it, the strike rate's been going through the roof.
The birds, they're on, that's the patch we just caught that fish off, right? And the birds are on them now. But when we fished them over here coming through, there was no birds getting any food. And even when that last shot where you hooked this, the birds were coming down swooping and not actually picking anything up. And then all of a sudden they got in, started picking stuff up, and that's when you took the eat.
So more often than not, when the birds are in the patch, it seems
It's a good sign.
I got him. Here we go. All right, we're doing catch and release here, so the thing with these guys is, he's beat. We've got to get him back in the water as quick as possible.
You ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's get him back. Woo!
See the difference in the release?
Oh, yeah. We've got to get him back quick, don't you?
Yeah.
Now that's what I call sustainable fishing. He's off to find his school and live to play another day. For more info about Gavin's tie and fly tours and other great fishing adventures of Australia, check out australia.com/fishing. No matter what part of Australia you'd like to fish, this website has taken all the hard work out of choosing the best local options. You will have the adventure of a lifetime.